Beautiful is a book that is written for an adolescent audience, specifically adolescent girls, and each chapter deals with different issues that are the main issues that adolescent girls are facing. So the focus in the beginning is understanding adolescence. What does it mean to be a developing young woman? What's happening in my body? How does that affect my emotions? Mm-hmm. And then we start to talk about different things like objectification and the way that women are being portrayed in the media, mm-hmm. and learning to be honest with ourselves and with each other about how that affects us. Talking about healthy relationships and how can I cultivate healthy friendships with other girls, with boys, with the people around me at school and in other organizations. How can I cultivate healthy relationships in my family, with my parents, with my siblings? We also talk about peer pressure and meanness and competition. We talk about sex and sexuality. Mm-hmm. We talk about drugs and alcohol. We talk about stress. And in each chapter, I try to give the girls a real, honest conversational voice, both my own and the voices of my students, and then offer them suggestions. How can we really cope with these different things that we're facing? Well, in actuality, I can't say if I inspired them or they inspired me because they asked me to do it. I was teaching at a private school on the Upper West Side of New York City, and the school had a mini-term course, or just a mini-term, which meant that all regular classes were canceled during the 6 weeks in like the most darkest dead of winter, and teachers taught whatever they wanted, which is a great refresh for that time of year. Yeah, it was fantastic. And I was a really young teacher, probably like 23 at that time, and I think I looked more like the students than I did like the teachers. And so all of the girls in middle school hung around my desk and talked to me about a lot of different things. And at some point, one of them asked me, one of them who I'm still in contact with today, and she's almost 30 years old, she asked me if we could have an all-girls mini-term class. And I thought it was a great idea. I had no idea what we would talk about. I was a brand new teacher, but I liked the idea, and I spoke to the principal, and he agreed. And we did it. And the mini-term class was amazing. And then they didn't want to stop after mini-term was over, so we continued to meet during lunch for the rest of the school year, really, once or twice a week. And I can really remember the first day that I came into the mini-term class, and they're all sitting around this table, 15 girls, and they're just like with their eyes super wide. And I start to get really nervous, and I know them all. They're all my students in my history class. And all of a sudden I'm really nervous because I think that they think that I have the answers. But I only had questions, and I myself was 23. But it was great. We went on a journey together, and it was really incredible. And the impact of that class, it was outstanding on them and also on me. And I understood that I have something special to give to these girls, and they have a special need to really be able to come together and talk to one another and be heard by one another in an environment that's not competitive, that's not judgmental, that's quite different from their day-to-day friendship circle. Even among close friends in those years, there's often a lot of feelings of competition. And I was able to maintain that space for them. And so the things that came out of that class were incredible. Girls who were in the dynamic of one of them being the bully and one of them being the victim right outside the door of that class could sit in that room and discuss with each other how they really felt about one another and about school and about popularity. Wow. And that was really amazing.